Yeah, 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 yeah. In the sun we're planting dreams, digging deep in earth's rich seams. In the laughing, sharing joy, in the feel-good garden of sweet glory. Nature's love we intertwine. Along here is our herb bed. Doug made it last year and we planted it up. Down the bottom there we've got some mint, and that's in a container because if it's in the ground it spreads like wildflower. And we've also got a lemon balm plant there. That's also in a container. That can get quite big. So along here we've got thyme, and we've got two different types of thyme plants. And we've got parsley. So we've got three parsley plants there. And we've got a lavender. Now that's not normally thought of as a herb, but actually it is a herb, lavender, and you can use it in cooking. Then we've got chives and garlic chives. And at the back there then, we've got sage. Now they were cuttings from our sage plant last year, so hopefully they'll get a bit bigger this year. And then in the middle we've got this nice big rosemary plant. So not all the herbs that we use are in here. So I'm going to be sowing some today. So the herbs I'm going to be sowing is a sweet basil, a Thai basil, a lemon basil, and dill. Now dill can grow quite tall, but this is a dwarf variety, so that'll be nice in the herb bed. Then we've got tarragon. This is a Russian tarragon. Now this is a perennial, so hopefully that'll come back every year. And we've got oregano. This is a Greek oregano. Again, that's a perennial, so that should come back every year. So let's go and sow those then. So I've decided to sow the herbs in some pots. So I've sown them as thinly as possible on the top of the surface. And what I'll do is put a little dusting of compost. I've already watered them, so I'll put a little dusting of compost, and then I'll give them another watering and put them in the polytunnel. Danny kindly gave us his leftover coriander seeds, so I didn't need to sow those. So I'll be potting those on shortly. So let's get on with it, and that'll be another load of seeds sown. Out in the sun, where the flowers bloom, with me and Linda digging through the fresh earth's womb, seeds in our hands, we'll watch them grow with every life. Doug's finished the framework for the grapevine, and he's just started to prune. So the bottom bit there is the trunk, and the branches coming from the trunk called cordons, and they're the ones you train along the fence. And coming from these are like little branches coming off to spurs, and then you cut back to two buds. You pick the strongest one, cut back two buds. So Doug's already started cutting off the ones coming that side because we want the grapevines to go this way. So there's quite a few branches there. So he's going to do 3 cordons, one on each of these. So the ones he's selected more than 3, but then he'll choose, once he gets rid of the ones he's not using, he'll choose which are the best ones then. So I'm going to let Doug get on with it and come back and show you what he's done later. So Doug's finished pruning the grapevine. But having said that, there's one final thing he's going to be doing once they start to grow. Because what he's done, instead of just leaving 3, we've got an extra
one on the top and an extra one on the bottom. So there's 5 at the moment, and he's going to be choosing between the strongest ones on there. So you leave the strongest one here and the strongest one on the bottom. So we'll be left with 3 cordons, and from there, hopefully, we'll have some nice grapes. Now, the reason for only leaving 3 is because the more cordons you have, the smaller the fruit. So I'm hoping we'll have some decent grapes this year. Because last year there was, well, hardly anything, and they were very, very tiny because Danny helped us prune it right back. But we just let it grow rampant, really, and there was no rhyme or reason to it. So now Doug's built this nice framework, we can keep control of it. So fingers crossed we'll have some nice grapes to make some wine. And like I said, it's a German variety, and hopefully it'll be nice sweet wine. This plant along here is a Rosa Rugosa, and it looks gorgeous in the summer. Pink, like pink rose type flowers on there, and it has rose hips then come the autumn, and the rose hips are great for making jams and jellies and wine. Dad was going to make some wine. They're still in the freezer, but never mind, I'm sure he'll get round to it. So I'm going to cut all these back, hopefully use the shears. They've got a bit rusty, but it'll be a lot quicker than using the secateurs if they're not too blunt. I'm also going to cut back the Weigela. It's gone far too tall, and I'm just going to take the top off and not cut it back anymore, because otherwise it won't flower this year. As I found out one year when I gave it a good pruning, it didn't flower that year. So hopefully just by taking the top off, we'll still have some flowers. And what I plan to do then is shred it all. I've got a black box there full of twigs and a blue bag that I brought from the allotment, the twigs from the allotment. So I'm hoping to shred them all together then. So let's get on with that then.
In the garden where the flowers sway, lost in colors, drift away. Sunshine kisses my skin so warm. Nature's breath, a common charm. Close my eyes, let my mind
I think it'll be easier to use the secateurs on this.
in this space, I feel at home.
Got my nice pretty ones in my pocket.
Let them flow. With every ray, my spirit glows. Nature's magic all around. In this garden, love is found. Butterflies dance through the golden light. Every moment.
I've got a pile here. I'm hoping I can get past. I think that's enough for now anyway, and I can cut it back again when it's finished flowering. So I've got plenty of shredding to be getting on with. It looks a little bit tidier anyway. That's the pile. I've cut off the top. I'm feeling a sense of achievement. I shredded the ones I just cut, and the Weigela and black box and the blue bag. All done now. And all I got was one bag full. It'll be great. I'll take it down to the allotment and I'll put it on the compost heap. I brought the shreddings. down to the allotment. So time to put it on the compost heap now. I'm Linda and this is the Feel Good Garden.